and the Rams on Monday Night Primetime.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Atlanta Falcons and the Los Angeles Rams. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. Intensity level will be off the charts.
Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good return up past the 30. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having...
They just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by last year's Super Bowl champion QB in his 14th NFL season now out of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And he was absolutely sensational throwing the football all year long, better than 40 touchdown passes. That means he made good decisions and turned it loose.
First play from scrimmage, Stafford. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First catch of this one.
By the defensive front, they just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once you made the read, saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Arnold Ebiketie coming in to drop it for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. This is fielded at the 27. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they'll be led out by Marcus Mariota, former 2nd overall pick back in 2015, now in his 8th season in the league.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free, but equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
They're going to start to drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere.
Mariota. Right back to Pitts again. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. Down to about the 22 here. They'll get 9 yards on the keeper there.
If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find a way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten at the 7-yard line. And the Falcons are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Back to the ground now, Patterson. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Slowly, it's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tay Crowder. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown.
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the... And the Rams come up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Stafford here coming off his pick 6. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Stafford on 3rd down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings on the return. And it will be Falcon football. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. But then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they take possession of the football and have it at...
Looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief. Still, a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for because, you know, all week long the coaches...
They'll run here with Akers. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers punching it in from a yard away. And the Rams have got it back to within a score. Make it in at the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And job one here. From the gun, Mariota. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They picked up on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receive downfield.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll give it to Patterson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues.
You don't get hurt.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. And of course, that's not an...
He wanted to keep that play alive to either take off and go or throw it away. But
the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Javon Hargrave Drops him again for the second straight play, and it breaks.
Descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a
ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They try to throw on,
but he'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. Half as he gets it away. This returnable for Bird. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks, they often come in bunch.
On third down, Mariota. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's Mariota. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a complete.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 21st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On second and 9, Stafford trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after game,
got to be a little shell shock. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. A good game there on first down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line.
Base and break a tackle along the way.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Exactly what they needed a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Stafford. This one brought in by Jefferson. It'll be a gain of 5. 30 at the 38-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Stafford. This one brought in by Jefferson. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
To throw again on second down. Stafford. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Falcons will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the lead? But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Straight ahead, Patterson. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 44 yards rushing for him now.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The offense on third down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Mariota so nimble, sliding to the ground with a first down. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over.
Throwing again on second down. Mariota looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick, and the Rams are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
They made right there.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel.
He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before. Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Stafford looks to throw again. And he'll just get rid of him. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Another nice gain. That's now 30, but it's well short. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, once again, thank you. Final score there. Dak Prescott, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And you'll see they've continued to run the ball well. It's been a staple of theirs all year as they look to move forward in these playoffs. Meanwhile, for the Rams, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Plenty of adjustments likely being
play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing?
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on.
Running the counter, Patterson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule.
Here's Patterson again. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 86 yards for him on the ground now.
Playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Flush to his, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Marcus Mariota. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter. This one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
It has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Here's Stafford. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second.
To pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
You know that old expression, it's not my...
Now it's Stafford. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. Touchdown, L.A. Cam
settle down and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And the tight end is...
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball.
Card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold. from the gun. Here's Stafford. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Tyler Higbee. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams.
Give them a lot of credit, though, for going on the road and getting it done in this one.
Yeah, that's a difference. NCAA tournament neutral site here on the road and putting some people on notice. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A solid gain of 7 yards that time.
Run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
First, I'm like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down. So Williams. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Damian Williams. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next
Field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown Rams. Allen Robinson. A 20-yard touchdown.
And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.